Hi guys, it's Middick from earlylearningmom.com. Today I am here to do a Build Your Library haul. Now, in the past I have done kindergarten Build Your Library. I did a review for it. I'll put the link in the description below. I did a whole video about using that program, and we really liked it. The only issue for me as a Canadian is getting the books for a decent price. Now, some of the books are more difficult to find on Amazon.ca and at our local thrift stores, and our library doesn't have very many of them. We live in Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada, and our library just doesn't have a lot. Like, it has some of the books, but not the expensive ones. Let's just put it that way. So when I tallied it up to do level 2 of Build Your Library, it was going to cost me almost $400, and I was still going to have to buy the instructor's guide, and it just, you know, I was kind of on the fence because I already have Bookshark, and usually, like last time, I used Build Your Library to kind of jump in when we finished off Bookshark and to kind of put a gap in between pre-K and K level of Bookshark, because I felt like we needed a little bit more before we jumped into Bookshark K. That being said, I'm not sure I want to commit to purchasing a $400 product, or $400 worth of books only to read them once. Some of them we might read more than once, but I couldn't get myself to do it per se. Now, if I lived in the States and I had a great, fully funded, library with all of these books, I would definitely buy the PDF and we would just take out the books and do it that way. Unfortunately, that's not an option for us. However, I was on a buy and sell group and I found all of the books for a very reasonable price. I think it wasn't all of the books, it's almost all of the books that we're going to need, and I think it was like $100. And the books that were included, there's one that we already own, or two I think we already own, and I could probably sell those for like $10-12, so it deducted some of the cost. Actually, there's three we already own. But anyhow, I just figured, I'm like, at that price, they were books that I would like to have, and it just gives me the opportunity now. Let's say we finish Bookshark level 1, and I don't feel like we're ready to move on to level 2. I have the books available. So I'll show you what we got. We've got Tale of Despero, and I'm pretty sure we already have this book, so I will probably either sell it to another homeschool family or just donate it. We got Tales from the Odyssey, Part 1 and Part 2. We have the last of the really great Wangle Doodles. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering that title. We have The Tarantula in My Purse and 172 Other Wild Pets. And let's say I don't decide to go ahead and do the curriculum. These are really great books that I wanted to read with Z anyhow, so we probably would have landed up reading them. We have already read this book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I think I'm hoping this year or next year, or whenever we get the chance to read Charlie and the Glass Elevator. So that's probably one that we're going to pass on. This is another one we already had, but it holds its value pretty good for resale, and it's The Story of the World, and this is volume 1. We already have books 1 through 4, so that was fine. This is The Egyptian Diary. We don't have this one, so we're excited for that. World Mythology for Children. So we grabbed that was included. 26 Fairmont Avenue, and I had this in my cart to purchase, so I was super excited that it was in the pack. Heroes of the Environment, True Stories of People Who Are Helping to Protect Our Planet. And I'm probably going to throw this into our science, our Friday Sciences, and just read through a story if we don't. And we could always read through it twice. It would be great to get through it twice. Then we have the Nature Connect, an outdoor workbook. And this was like brand new. Like the people didn't write in it. So I was super excited about that. I'm not entirely sure we're ready for this yet, but I am going to put it aside for when we are ready. We also have One Small Square Woods. And like for me to purchase these books, they were like $15, $20 on the Canadian Amazon because I could only get them in hardcover. And I really wanted to, they're just so pretty. I really wanted to go through these with Z, whether we do the curriculum or not. We also got One Small Square Backyard. We got Archaeologists Dig for Clues. What is Your Angle? This one's super cute too. I like the drawings, the animation, not animation, illustration. The Peregrine's Journey, A Story of Migration, and we do have peregrine falcons that are local to us. So there was a family that lived on one of the buildings in Winnipeg, so it'd be really cool to read this and then kind of, they have a camera that looks down on it. I don't know if they're there anymore, if they came back, but they have old footage that we can look at. We also got Hieroglyphics, and it also included the stencils as well. And I wanted to get this book whether we did the curriculum or not, the Book of Nature Poetry. And we read the Book of Animal Poetry. They're National Geographics. I'm not crazy about poetry, but this with the pictures that were included in the books, it was something I was willing to, let's see if I can get it in the camera here. They're just beautiful photographs. So it made it more enjoyable for me. And finally, the Book of Art for Children. And this was another one that was super expensive. It was like $30-something. And I love how it's set up. So it has the mystery and then the art, and they talk about it, and like the wrap up, and they just a way to look at art differently. Or for somebody like me that's not like, I can appreciate a picture or a painting or something, but to break it down, that's difficult for me. So this might be something that we flip through either this year or next year. So anyhow, that is what I got in my kind of Facebook buy and sell marketplace deal of a deal. So let me know, have you read any of these books? Do you guys use Build Your Library? Like I said, we used it for kindergarten. We really liked it. There were some books that I found that were a little, that might have been difficult for children that are more sensitive, but Z is not very sensitive when it comes to that kind of material, so it was fine for us. There were some books I loved, there were some books I didn't love, but the ones that I loved outweighed the ones that we didn't. So it was really exciting to be able to get these books for an awesome price, and gives us the opportunity either A, to do the curriculum, or B, just go through the books. Emily usually picks out amazing books, and so I wanted to get my hands on some of them. So anyhow, thanks for watching. If you're not already a subscriber, be sure to click the red button down below and subscribe for videos on homeschooling, motherhood, autism, and autism therapy. So thank you for watching.